Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, you're back with me.
Mechanical Advantage Garage.
As Carrie said, welcome to Mechanical Advantage Garage. Today, you guys are back with me and my 85 C4 Corvette. We are in progress of reassembling, Ellie, thank you. We're in progress of reassembling the intake manifold, working on replacing the HEI ignition module. New spark plug wires may happen. We're also going to switch over to all 4 matching 88 wheels. Eventually, the car will get a replacement hood, as well as I have a bumper hanging out up there to replace the 84 one model year only Crossfire hood with an actual standard L98 fuel injected L98 later model fuel injected with the standard C4 intake manifold. But Carrie, what are you working on right now?
I'm trying to get this HEI distributor cap off, but every screw on this thing is buried deep in the engine bay.
Go.
So I'm trying to get this HEI cap off, but the problem is everything on this car is unnecessarily tight. For being able to get to the entire engine, these 2 screws are really easy to get to. The back ones are on the back side here, and as you can see, they're practically under the windshield. So it's just a pain to get to them.
Not to mention being able to see them.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, right? It's just buried in there. Oh, that'll help. Except there's nothing to stick it to because there's nothing metal in here. Or nothing ferrous metal.
Everything's aluminum.
Except the block.
Yeah.
It's weird. You'd think Corvettes would have aluminum blocks, but not until much later.
C5 or C6?
C5.
C5 with
Well,
the
the
LS.
ZR1 had aluminum blocks, so that was a C4. And I don't
But
know
that
if
was the first model of the LS motors, right?
The C5 was the first model of the LS motors, yeah.
I thought the Z51 motor was the
No,
LS.
the ZR1.
The ZR1.
No, the ZR1 was made by, it was designed by Lotus, cast and assembled by Mercury Marine, and then shipped to Bowling Green where they installed it in the car.
Oh yes, a Ford product.
And those, well, those engines are kind of funny because they pissed off GM engineers so much that GM engineers built the LS so that they wouldn't ever go to Lotus ever again for an engine. That said, my father has one, and we've had one for, well, since 1990. So I guess how many years is that now?
1990?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So that's
23, born in 99, so add 9 years.
God, you're so fucking young. I'm gonna have to edit that out. I can't swear. Yeah, it's a long time ago. But they were so ticked off that GM went outside of their engineering department for an engine that to make sure they never did it again, they designed the LS engine.
Which is still an incredibly strong performant
Yeah,
platform.
I mean, for a pushrod engine, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think the ZR1 was the future of Corvettes because it was 4 cams and 32 valves. But, you know, pushrods are great too, I guess. Anyway, this is just pure GM. God, there's so many vacuum lines on this setup, and there's so many things that are just hidden in here that I can't even get a reach to.
That entire cluster is all vacuum lines. There's vacuum lines that run all through here.
But you can see there's a new fuel pressure regulator on it because the old one was
puking.
torn in how many places?
6?
Yeah, not fun.
And not all of those were caused by me.
Okay. Do you have a longer extension for quarter-inch drive socket?
I don't have a longer 1/4 inch, but I have a 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter.
That'll work. I think maybe this will work.
And I had a 1/4 inch wrench nearby.
So here we are deep in the guts of the distributor, and I think I found one of our timing issues, and that is the connector for one of the pins, for 2 of the pins on the HEI module, seems to have come undone. I don't think they were that tight to begin with, so I'm going to try and remove the pins from this connector here and see if I can repin it so that it actually crimps on and will stay. Here's the new HEI module. This is a Delphi. It's pretty good. It's I think it's one of the GM 7-pin connectors through 5, 6, 7, yeah. And it just sits in the distributor here. And here's the old one, which was actually the original part to this car. And these are failure prone. So replacing it to begin with is peace of mind. Although there were so many issues with this engine once we dug into it. Not any issues with the block or the heads or anything. Just vacuum issues, TPI issues, fuel pressure issues that we're finding. That I'm hoping this fixes something as well. It's just good peace of mind because getting to this distributor and getting it the cap off and everything, it's not a pleasant experience. So it's actually easier to do with the TPI unit off. So here we can see the hood, and what makes this hood unique is that these vents right here and on that side there, those are for the 84 only crossfire injection. And why that matters on this car is the radiator support here, or at least the radiator top shroud, is also from an 84. And that means that the TPI airbox won't fit. And with these supports in place, the hood won't close with the airbox in place either. So there's no way to get actual air into the car until the hood gets replaced. And the hood we have is right over there. So
85 plus 85 to 91.
Yeah, I think it came off an 88 or something, but yeah, they're the same from 88 to 90, from 85 to 91 because those are the TPI cars. Well, 91 is a facelift car, but it's still a TPI because the LT1 didn't come out till 92. All of this is fun stuff you get to learn about Corvettes when you start digging into them.
I've been enjoying the learning.
Have you really?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I have been spending a lot of money while learning.
Well,
there's 3 different models of T-top brackets.
Oh,
I currently own 2.
You're lucky because there's 9 different HEI modules and you just happen to order the right one.
Rock Auto.
Well, hey,
Congrats.
rock on, Rock Auto.
Not sponsored. Wish it was. That'd be nice. That'd be cool.
So can you grab me those needle nose pliers? And I'm going to try and get this buttoned up so that we have spark again, or at least consistent spark again. So while I'm trying to unwrap through the distributor, Palmer here decided to see if we could restore some kind of finish to this Corvette. It's actually working pretty well, all things considered.
Show them that corner.
Right, so this corner has already been done, and it is actually pretty smooth. I mean, there's still some scratches and imperfections in it that are just never going to come out.
But this is going to be a track car. We're not worried about it being photo finish perfect.
Right.
I mean, it's going to get bumps and bruises from being on a track.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But all in all, this is really not bad. I haven't practiced on the hood first, and actually you can see where the hood looked like before, and this is pretty gleaming right now. So all in all, I think this car may actually come back. You know, to at least something halfway presentable.
Halfway.
3/4, 2/3, 11/16. So after a trip to the Amazon store, I was able to get this box of connectors here to replace the broken connector that had come off of the HEI pickup. These like super tiny, like 22 AWG connectors. You can see the broken ones right here, and here's the replacement. So we have it repinned, and it's going in. Just to be safe, we actually picked up a spare rotor. Not rotor, I'm sorry, pickup. Reluctor wheel. And just in case something isn't right, we can replace it. But in order to replace this, you have to actually pull the distributor out of the car. So for right now, everything's reassembled back here. Everything's wired up, hopefully properly. And yeah, we're just going to reassemble this, and hopefully we get spark in the right place and at the right time. And then we can get this car to run. So we hit another snag here with the car. If you can see right here, this line here goes to the cold start injector that sits in the side of the plenum. And the problem is, this one is just pissing fuel out the back. Here, start the car for a second. Yeah, see all that fuel? that was coming out with this line connected in the same quantity. So I think we're going to need to order a block off for the cold start injector, because honestly it just means that the car's going to crank a few extra seconds on a cold day. It still has a cold idle circuit, so it should still start up, and it's a common mod to delete these. So that's going to be the stopping point for this week until the parts come in, and then hopefully by next episode we got the parts in and we're moving forward. All right, so with this snag, I think that's going to do it for this week on the rolling probable cause Corvette. Hopefully we'll get it fired up soon and running, and then we can do alignment and tires and all sorts of other stuff, and Palmer can have fun with this car. But for right now, I think we're kind of stuck, because you can't fire a car that's just dousing itself in fuel unless you want to make lots of big fire. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe. If you like what you see, get at me in the comments. If you don't like what you see, get at me in the comments, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you next episode.